stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to defend what is ours. Here we are as a people with one heart for one cause. We're determined to rebuild and restore. Where freedom reigns and truth prevails. Our land where there's hope for us all. Our land where there's hope for us all. We'll defend our land. We believe in this nation, and we know we'll get there. We'll defend our land. We believe in Nigeria and the promise she holds, and that one day we'll shine like the sun. We're a great nation. Though we are many people, different tribes, different tongues, we're united in our strength and resolve. shine like the sun. Oh, from the north, south, east, and west. Somebody say, if you believe, join us. With the foot alone, but all we have. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh.
Okay, if you can hear me, I'm just going to start with an opening prayer. Then I'll do a short recap after the prayer. Our Heavenly Father, I want to thank you for the privilege of gathering once again for Day 2 of Integrity Summit 2026. Thank you for preserving our lives and for the impact of yesterday's session. Lord, we commit this meeting to your hands. Let your wisdom, truth, and righteousness prevail in every discussion tonight. Bless our speaker with clarity, insight, and boldness. Grant every participant understanding and a heart that is willing to embrace truth. May this summit contribute to raising leaders of competence, integrity, and vision for Nigeria. Let our nation experience your mercy and let righteousness prevail in our land. We dedicate this meeting to you today and we declare that your name alone will be glorified. In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Amen. All right, so can you hear me? Can I go on? All right, so did you hear the opening prayer? Okay, so let me go ahead then.
Yes, go ahead, sir. Just go
Good
ahead. Go
evening.
ahead.
I'm doing a short. Okay, so let me go ahead. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Trumpet House Ministries and Oasis Strategic Integrated Solutions Limited, I warmly welcome you to Day 2 of Integrity Summit 2026. We sincerely appreciate everyone who joined us yesterday and those who are joining us for the first time today. We are grateful for your commitment to building a better Nigeria through informed dialogue and responsible
Sir, your microphone. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Huh? Okay, I think I'll just bring the guest up instead of all of this.
Okay, go ahead, sir. I can hear you. Just go ahead.
All
Let
right,
me
ladies
introduce
and
us so we can
gentlemen.
start.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and everyone joining us from across Nigeria and around the world, welcome once again to day 2 of the Integrity Summit 2026. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our guest speaker for tonight. Our speaker is Dr. Helen NAOMI Solomon, an ordained minister and apostle of prayer to the nations, a lawyer and international business executive, and the founder of Esther Generation Prayer Ministries and Resource Centers worldwide. Dr. Helen is a respected voice in spiritual leadership and national transformation. She is deeply passionate about raising a generation committed to prayer, integrity, purposeful leadership, and societal reform. Through her global ministry, she has continued to equip believers, leaders, and institutions with biblical principles that inspire transformation in families, communities, marketplaces, and government. With a unique blend of spiritual insight, legal expertise, and leadership experience, she continues to influence lives and nations by promoting the values of justice, excellence, integrity, and sustainable development. Tonight, she will be speaking on the timely and thought-provoking topic, leadership, nation building, and the 2027 elections, choosing competence over sentiment. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are joining us from, please help me welcome a woman of wisdom and conviction and impact, Dr. Helen NAOMI Solomon. Ma, you are most welcome to the Integrity Summit 2026. The platform is yours. You're welcome, Ma.
Thank you very much, and thank you for putting this together. I thank God for you. I thank God for the work that you're doing. I thank God for the impact and the relevance you are to your generation.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, so without much ado, let's go quickly into the topic that I'm assigned to do today. So it's all about choosing competence over sentiments, the leadership of Nigeria, nation building, and concerning the upcoming 2027 election. What a topic. What a time. We thank God for Nigeria. Nigeria is our home. Nigeria is the only country we can call home worldwide. No matter where we go, Nigeria is our home. Even when we go to various countries and become dual citizens in those countries, every Nigerian knows that home is home. Every Nigerian knows that Nigeria is home. Before I begin looking into certain things about leadership and the forthcoming election, why is it that we still, no matter where we are, we build houses in our villages in Nigeria? We set up different things in Nigeria. Of course, needless to talk about sending money back home to Nigeria from every part of the world. That is because we never forget who we are. We are Nigerians. And many times some of us jokingly add, proudly Nigerians. Yes, it may sound off or odd or cocky at times, but we are proud to be called Nigerians. Very important. In the midst of all of this, we have very, very troubling, turbulent, mind-blowing situations in our nation. There is just no way we can overlook what is going on in the nation. And thank God another election is coming. So it's important that every Nigerian, home and abroad, understand the need for competence, understand the need for us at this time to choose the right leaders that will lead us, not rulers who will rule us with iron fists, not rulers who will rule us with wickedness and insensitivity, but leaders who will lead us. So, what exactly is leadership? Leadership is ability to guide, to inspire, to influence people, the citizens, the people you are leading. Leadership means you being able to inspire them. Leadership means you being able to positively influence them towards the goal. First, the national goal, and then community goals, state goals, like we have 36 states in Nigeria. Every aspect of Nigeria, there is a mandate that, if well processed, it will help us to be the greatest nation in the world. So leadership involves setting, clearing things very clear, putting them down to say, yes, as a nation, this must be, that must be. I am not, in this short time, going to address all the issues and all the solutions to our problems, but I'm just going to take some very important segments that could add to the solution of the problems that we have. So I want to look at the essential qualities, some essential qualities that must be present in our leadership. Why is it important that as we go to the polls for the 2027 election, this time, if we don't get it right, we can't blame anybody. I remember one time I said it about us getting it right, and somebody clearly reminded me or interrupted me that most of our leaders were not voted in for. They stole the mandate. They were not voted in. So when we blame the voters for voting in the wrong people, we also have a situation where the wrong people were really never voted for. They found themselves there. They imposed themselves on us. We know everything. This is not a platform for us to emphasize so much on the problems and forget the solution that we are trying to offer to help Nigeria become a better Nigeria. So first and foremost, when we talk about these qualities that I want to address, the very number one for me and for most Nigerians is empathy. Empathy. A leadership without empathy, to say the least, is diabolical, is evil. It's not supposed to exist. You are leading a people. These people you are leading, they are human beings. They are not animals. They are human beings that have feelings. They are human beings that have their peculiarities. And with all the circumstances of life that we see every day, there are things that trouble me and trouble every average Nigerian. As we prepare for 2027 election, we must tell ourselves the truth. Leaders of Nigerian nation and the states of Nigeria at every level, the local government, even down to community leaders, village leaders, the kings, the monarchs, we must have empathy towards the people that we say we are leading. Empathy simply means ability, willingness to understand what the people that you claim to lead, what they need, how they feel, their welfare, their wellness, what is happening to them, how are they faring. Yes, Nigeria is a very big nation, but let's think of the family unit, beginning from there. As a father, as a mother, you don't just run your family in absentia or as an abstract thing. You know your family. You know what's needed in the family. You know what each family member desires at different stages of their lives. The same way, we need leaders in Nigeria who have empathy towards our peculiar needs. We have 3 major regions. We have 3 major tribes. But in the midst of these 3 major tribes, we have many tribes. We must not forget that. So as we do whatever we do in politics, now everybody's politicking, forgetting that this nation is bleeding, forgetting that this nation is crying, forgetting that people are hurting, forgetting that people are dying every single day. My God, the deaths of Nigerians for the past couple of years is alarming. And these are needless deaths, deaths that don't need to occur. Well, we know it. We know everything about our nation. It's open now. Thank God for social media. In the past, so many things were concealed. People disappeared mysteriously. Nobody knew what happened to them. Nobody knew their whereabouts. Nobody even knew who could have killed them, or who could have kidnapped them, or who could have held them captive somewhere. But now, things are opening up. And with that, we can't continue to fake ignorance. With that, we cannot continue to sit down like nothing is happening and continue business as usual. Politicians should not continue to politic without understanding our problems and without offering us solutions to these problems. So empathy is very important for us to feel the pain of the average Nigerian, for us to understand the agony, what parents are going through because of children not going to school or being unable to pay their school fees, what breadwinners of families are going through, not being able to provide food, basic amenities in the family, for their family. Most families now cannot even eat. And we are degenerating every election. It's getting worse. Are we going to fold our arms and allow this forthcoming 2027 election to put us deeper than where we have fallen into, to put us worse than where we have sunk into? I say, God forbid. Not on my watch. It's not going to happen. So then, what do we have to do? Because when you look at leadership, yes, the leaders have a very big role to play. Again, I'm not going to talk about everything that has to do with the leaders and their leadership skills or abilities and all of that. I want to also let us know that part of the essential qualities of leadership is the right followership, the right citizenship engagement in politics. We have left politics in the hands of only politicians, and that is wrong. Politicians alone cannot solve the problem of our nation, not any nation's problem. So the citizens are also to engage seriously. They are to participate fully in everything that has to do with the governance of the nation. We understand what politics is all about. The art of making possible and providing for the people what is necessary. That is a part of politics. Making possible for the people what is necessary. Basic necessities. Making it possible for the people, for the nation, to be able to enjoy basic things. Political leaders ought to provide security, well-being, prosperity for the people. And Nigerians are very hardworking. Yes, of course, in every society, you have hardworking people, you have lazy people, no doubt about it. But we are talking about the majority. Now, because of the nature of an average Nigerian to survive, survival of the fittest, we forget how far we are being driven to the wall by our leaders. We forget that the pressure that we go through is now becoming detrimental to us, because now an average Nigerian has lost certain qualities of humanity or humanness, tenderness of a human being. Many Nigerians have lost it. In fact, to say the least, Nigerians are traumatized, heavily traumatized. We need to be properly analyzed and diagnosed. in different levels. Many of our leaders need a mental checkup. And of course, many of our citizens, due to what they have endured in the nation, need a mental evaluation to be sure that we are still human, to be sure that we still value the things that average human beings must value. It's a whole lot of problem. It's a whole lot of issue. When we talk about security, we don't have it. Average quality life that a human being should have, we don't have it. Is it education we want to look into? Nigerians are smart. But whereby we have environment where our children are going to school in an environment that is so unconducive. Listen, I have a list that I keep updating all the time. Matters that trouble me about Nigeria. That is the topic. Matters that trouble me about Nigeria. And it's shocking that every day I'm discovering new things, including early hours of this morning. If I have time, I will look at some of these things. So a political leader is not just supposed to only have knowledge of politics, which unfortunately in Nigeria, we have a knowledge of politics that is evil. They came up with a plan and they call it normal politics. That if you dare want to change it, you are considered a mediocre. If you dare try to bring the right thing, you are considered a non-starter. If you dare try to bring in some points that should help to bring sanity to the nation, you are considered as one who has no structure. And what is this structure we are talking about? A structure of agberos, a structure of evil, a structure of killers, a structure of murderers, a structure of thieves who know how to steal, a structure of such level of corruption with audacity that they don't fear anybody, a structure whereby they're ready to kill, maim, and shut anybody up just to have their way. What kind of structure is that? How did we get here? How did we come by taking this kind of structure as a normal thing in a nation that is so blessed with human resources? You know, in the colonial days, the colonial masters gave names to their various colonies based on the best commodities that they got from such colonies. So for the colony of Nigeria, why was Nigeria named Nigeria? The Latin word for black is Niger. So Niger area was considered the area where the strongest and the best slaves were brought from. So in Nigeria and from Nigeria, they got the best black slaves. They got the best human black resources. Black human resources they got from Nigeria. Now, how come? How come suddenly these human resources are not able to govern themselves? There are so many factors involved in this, which as time goes on, I'm trusting God that these things will be revealed, will be exposed, because now the deep secrets are coming out. Many know it, but many are afraid to talk about it. Many know it, but they shy away from talking about it. Many know it, but it's like, what can I do? I alone cannot do anything. But I'm going to come back to citizenship engagement in politics for us to have the right leadership. The citizens must participate. I will get to that shortly. So a political leader, in addition to having empathy, like I said, must have integrity. Integrity. Now, I'm just taking a few points. I can't analyze everything in just this meeting. Integrity. Needless to say, you all know, we all know, is like lack of integrity has become a criteria to be a political leader in Nigeria. is sad that public officers do not care their reputation. They do not care what they represent to their people. They do not care the fact that they say one thing now, and when they get in there, they turn to the opposite direction with impunity. They don't care. They don't care that the people remember the promises they made to get in there. They don't care. Lack of integrity. Lack of integrity. You see, political leadership is that process by which a person in government or in power uses influence, which is supposed to be based on the vision of the people or his vision for the well-being of the people. But how many of our politicians really have a vision? How many of them even know their people enough to say, yes, these are the needs of my people? The people I represent, the people I'm leading, these are their needs. How many of our politicians actually know that? So, assuming that our good politicians understand vision and purpose and are willing to move in integrity, a good political leader must be able to communicate to the people. But what do we have today? Lies. Their communication is nothing but propaganda. Their communication is nothing but lies. Then when any truth is pointed out, you are seen as a hater. You don't like the person. You don't like that leader there. All because the truth is pointed out. At what point are our leaders going to accept accountability? Which is also one of the basic things that an average political leader should have. Accountability. We lack that in our political leaders, unfortunately. As a successful politician who successfully or supposedly won the election, was successful in the election, every politician must sit down and decide deliberately, intentionally to do the right thing. Without doing the right thing, I'm afraid we are still in the same trouble, the same mess. So, political leadership involves winning power. Not only that alone. All right? Because when the society is right, when you win the election, you know you won. And you are proud of your victory. But where your winning power was not actually victory, but robbery. Robbery of a nation. How proud are you to be a thief? How proud are you to rob the people of their mandates? They know who they want to vote for. They know who they try to vote for. In the last election, people were being killed at the election booths. People were terrorized. Some areas, there was no election because gangsters were there with guns and all kinds of wicked things that they want to use to kill, maim, and destroy. Because of it, nobody voted there. But yet, they came up with results in those areas. We all know that. Are we going to allow a repeat performance in 2027? It won't happen now. It's not going to happen. Because every stage, guess what? Nigerians get wiser. Every stage, whatever we are seeing, what we did not see before, that they are showing us in another stage is making us wiser and getting us equipped and getting us prepared. So 2027 is not going to be an easy ride for the wicked. It's not going to be an easy ride for the thief. And we have ways that we can make sure that the right leaders come on board. So when you are looking at national development, you see, national development of a nation is a process with strategy to lead the people. You must understand what you are expected. Okay, am I still on? I hope so. So I continue. I hope I'm being heard. All right, good. So what is this? When it national development, we have to look at the overall growth of the nation, modernization of the nation, improvement of the nation's economy, social welfare, basic services, and of course, political wellness, political well-being of the people. The people we are leading, how well are they? So, in looking at this segment of national development, economic development, social, environment, basic amenities, human, settlement, and all of that, looking at the integrity of the leaders, how they are being accountable, the corruption level, the accountability, especially to the public. There are certain things that the citizens must participate in if we must get the best in national development by our leaders. The number one rule is this: never us again leaving everything about our nation in the hands of the politicians alone. I repeat, the governance of a nation, the lifespan of the nation, everything about the nation should no longer be left in the hands of politicians alone. Systems are being suggested. Hopefully, they will be taken into consideration to bring about all that we are talking about that will help us. So before I go into certain specific segments of preferred solutions, I want to emphasize the need for citizens to be involved in the politics of the nation. I begin by asking every Nigerian, are you honest? Do you honestly want good leaders? Because these leaders we are talking about, they are Nigerians. They are members of our families. They are members of our communities, our tribes. We are talking about choosing competence above sentiments. And this boils down to the role of the citizens. Boils down to the role of the citizens. As a citizen, what do you understand that you need as a citizen? What do you understand that your community needs and everybody in the nation needs? Basic amenities, for instance, many of us don't know it. Why? Because some of us are richer than others. Our money can afford certain things, so we don't care. So we have come to tolerate all kinds of things because some of us can afford it, and those who can't afford it, oh, that's their business. No! Number one thing we must embark on now is collective involvement of all citizens in the affairs of Nigeria. Every citizen. We must be each other's keeper. We must be our brother's keeper. I'm talking to the Nigerian forces now, the military, The police, all the uniformed officers, I'm talking to you now. When you are in the office, yes, you may be there serving whoever is in power, but do not forget you are part of the citizens. You are part of the citizens, and you are in that place, in that office where you are serving whoever you are serving them on behalf of the citizens. Don't become the enemy of the citizens. It will break your heart to hear what the police does on the road. Early this morning, a police officer stopped somebody on the way and demanded and actually ended up extorting 2 million naira from the person. For what? No crime. Nothing. And the police officer had the audacity to threaten that we will kill you here and throw you into the bush. A police officer, Nigerian police officer, that ought to be protecting the people. We see this every day. Don't we know their involvement with the terrorists in the nation? Don't we know how they are protecting the killers of our people? Don't we know how they are doing everything in collaboration to get the people to continue to hurt us? Are you a Nigerian? If you are, this is a call. And this call in 2027 is not going to be business as usual. Why would you extort money from people on the road, innocent travelers? Why? And you threaten to kill them if they don't give you the money. Don't we know where that money is transferred to? Don't we? But who will pursue it? Who will give justice to the person who was extorted? Who? Nigerian citizens. Everyone involved in crookedness, in evil in Nigeria. You know the role you are playing. You know the bad things you are doing. You that is sent to buy something from your office, you know how much it is. You increase the price. You know, those things that we say make us Nigerians, many of them are part of what we see in government today. Many of the bad things that we do in the process, in the livelihood, in the daily lifestyle of survival is wickedness, is evil, is corruption, beginning with the house. Wife corrupts husband. Husband defrauds wife. Not to talk of children, inflate cost of things to take extra money from their parents. And parents even do the same thing with their children. Everybody is stealing from each other. It's time. If we want a better Nigeria, I'm talking about citizenship engagement in the politics of Nigeria, in the leadership of Nigeria. Yes, we all are not going to be president of the nation. We all are not going to be governors of our states. We all are not going to be local government heads of our local government areas. But guess what? If we begin to create the awareness that we understand what is going on, what ought to be, and what should not be. If we understand that it is illegal to do certain things, even if you are in the police, you understand it is not right ethically, morally, and otherwise to threaten anybody that you will kill the person. For what? Because you are extorting money from the person, and the person is saying, I don't have this much. This is all I have. And you threaten the person to kill the person. That's how easy it is now to kill in Nigeria and get away with it. And a police officer had the audacity to say it. There are many issues that really trouble a lot of us about Nigeria. My encouragement to us in this election, Look at this past 3 years now, going to 4 years. Did anybody, we're talking about competence, choosing competence over sentiments. By the way, what do we understand by competence? Competence is the ability to do something very well, do something right, specifically driven by having enough skill, knowledge, and capability to do that thing. So it means in this 2027 election, in choosing whoever you decide to vote for, look for a competent person, not an agbero, a thug, a thief, a killer. No, a competent person. Yes, as a fact, we don't have a lot of them. We don't have a lot of competent people, because those that should be competent are never given the opportunity to come on board. Because our definition of politics and politicking is now based on a structure of evil, and on a structure of corruption, on a structure of who distributes more money. So you citizen that is looking for a bag of rice, that is looking for money here and there, how much of that money do you still have since 3 years ago? Since 2023, how much of that money do you have? How much school fees of your children did that money pay? How much did that money feed your family on a daily basis that members of your family could say, yes, we did well, we ate well, we fed well? Look at the cost of things everywhere. Does it say, because I voted for my tribesman, because I am this, and the person who will lead must come from my village, must come from my tribe? Now, when I go out there to buy a loaf of bread, do they tell me this loaf of bread is 10 naira for the people from this tribe and 100 naira for the people of the other tribes? Nobody tells you that. The same inflation, the same overpriced food commodity, every one of us suffering it now. How poor have we come down to? A nation that is so blessed. I want to talk to the young people. Don't sell your birthright anymore. Those of you who are constituting thugs for these wicked rulers, where are their children? In the best universities in the world, and you are there working for them as a thug, when your mate, who is their child, is in the best school in the world. Do you call that love? They weaponize your poverty. And every average Nigerian should know that there is a systemic agenda to keep us poor. Because now they're using poverty as a weapon to destroy us. Don't we have the skills? We do. They have put systems in place. Every system in place in Nigeria today, 99.99%, is meant to keep people down, including the so-called various offices that have been set up supposedly for well-being of the nation. But no, underneath it, there is an underlying agenda to impoverish the hard-working Nigerian. Let us all know what is going on. Let us see it. Oh, it's so much going on. A group of people run into your business place and they tell you you are supposed to pay this amount. There's also, and they give you receipt. And guess what? It doesn't exist. That office does not exist. They print their own receipt. And if you are somebody who is fearful, you quickly pay them. Only for you to realize tomorrow, when the real department you are supposed to pay for whatever services, when they come, you say, but I paid. Who are they? You don't know them. You don't see them. You call the phone number that they put there, it does not exist. Like we will say, who do us? How did we get here? That evil is so generally accepted. A young person trying to set up business is frustrated at every level. And yet the crooked get away with it. Where do we start from? In this time, I don't want to talk about the various parastatals. You know that all of them all over the place. They say they set up NAFDAC, they set up this one, they set up that one. All of them, they frustrate the business owner. A young person wanting to start up business cannot do it. You started, they overwhelm you. Not to talk of the fact that you have no electricity to do what you have to do. The money you use in fueling your generator. At the end of the day, you have no profit. You are not able to even pay the next year rent of your business. How do we survive? Please. We've been through enough. Many have died, though. Many have killed themselves because they could not cope. So much is happening because people are not coping. Many have gone to the streets just to kill, to make money. That's why a police officer can proudly tell somebody, I will kill you and nothing will come out of it. Or because I'm extorting 2 million naira from you. I did not commit any crime. And even if I committed a crime, can't you take me through the legal system? They don't want to do that. Everybody is practicing jungle justice. Everywhere. So come 2027 election, it has started already. They are offering whatever they're offering you now. Don't take it. Don't take it. If you take it, you are prolonging your suffering. Don't take it. So finally, I have a message. And that's the message of peace and reconciliation. Peace and reconciliation. We love Nigeria. I love Nigeria. I don't care what part of the world I go to. I feel Nigeria. I think of Nigeria. I look forward to being home. How do we come back? Morally, we must begin to develop or redevelop, because we had it before. When we talk about one Nigeria, we had it before. But then I tell people, even making that statement, one Nigeria, please trash it. Where do you hear people say one Ghana, one Uganda, one United States of America, one United Kingdom, one Belgium, one Amsterdam? Because something went wrong. And again, we can't finish all of that here. But what I need us to know now, my fellow Nigerians, it's time to go the way of peace. We can't keep fighting. Our leaders are fighting the people that are leading. They are at war. Politics in Nigeria is warfare. The people you claim to love and you are representing them, but you hate them so much that every policy you make, every decision you make kills them. We know the stories. Little children kidnapped and life goes on like they are not important. One of the little children died in the camp of the kidnappers. We continue business as usual. Daily people go out. Cars are hijacked on the way. Women are raped. Raped! And yet, nobody has been brought to book. If we say we all should carry gun and start killing, how much will be killed? How much more bloodshed will come upon the land? But there is a way that never goes wrong. The way of peace. The way of peace. In every religion. That is why the Muslim will say Salam Alaikum. Christendom and Judeo-Christianity will say Shalom. Peace. Peace. We must go the way of peace. Let us restore love for one another. Let us restore love for our nation. People have been so bruised and battered by the experiences they have gone through in the nation that they hate the nation with a passion. Is there not a cause? Is there not a reason for us to love Nigeria? We are calling for peace. We are calling for peace. We are stretching out the olive branch to our leaders. We are saying peace. Preach the message of peace. Spread the good news of peace. Be in peace with your neighbor. That landlord that is so wicked does not care about the tenants and what they are going through. The fact that the head of the family just lost his job and so many other things. Peace. 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 The market woman, the traders that are mixing wicked concoctions with palm oil, with things that we eat. Peace. Peace. I pray that 2027 we will make a difference and choose a competent candidate to become our president. I pray that we have reached that stage where we do what is right. Thank you very much. I thank you once again for inviting me for this program. God bless you.
Wow. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for always finding time whenever I call on you. Your message to that on where you said, we shouldn't just allow politicians to take everything. We also, as citizens, should be part of, what we want to see in Nigeria. I want to just quickly ask some questions. Some of the things you have talked about, but I want you to emphasize on them. The first one is, what specific leadership qualities should every Nigeria voter look for before casting their vote in 2027?
Number one, like I said, competence is very important. Accountability. Of course, we see some of them. We have heard their stories. We have heard, the past things they did, how accountable they were. And most importantly, empathy. Who cares? Who cares about the average Nigerian? Let us never forget that. Because it is in spreading or showing empathy that we know that this leader will actually represent us faithfully. So as many others, which is knowledge, skill, and all the things. A minute, let me put this thing back on there. And all that we need. Oh, moment, please. Give me a moment. This thing is coming. Turning off. Just a moment.
Okay, ma'am.
I'm so sorry. All right, it's back to life now. Okay. So like I was saying, empathy. How much does this particular candidate show concern for the problems of the nation? When they hear this bad news that we hear, they know about these terrible things that happen. How much do they care? Watch out for such leaders. Leaders that are empathetic towards the plight of the people. Leaders that understand that times supposedly are bad, hard times they say, and understand the need to tread gently, even when bringing out policies, to also understand the need to present these policies in the right way. Listen to what they're saying they will do, even though many of them have said this and they keep saying it, and at the end of the day, they never do it. But let's listen to their manifesto. Let's listen to what their interest is. No more are we going to be buying people who say they will give us light. It's our birthright. We are paying for electricity. So we don't need anybody promising us electricity. Electricity must come and work as it ought to be. We have various options. We have 24/7 sunlight in Nigeria. So the solar can work effectively, and so many other things can be put in place. We have no reason being in darkness, except again, this diabolical tendency of wicked rulers, corrupt rulers, to want to use electricity to weaponize it to put us in darkness. So we watch out for leaders that have the tendency to be open, public accountability, telling us exactly what it is that is going on and what they are planning to do about these situations, not ignoring, not overlooking what our problems are. So some of these things are the things that we citizens should watch out for before we vote for anybody this time. And all the people who have held offices in the past, where Nigeria is today, did not start in 2023. It has been on. So all of them who have held offices in the past, when they come back in, we must scrutinize them very well. Where they are coming from, the offices they held in the past, what did they do? How well did they provide solution for the nation? And above all, watch out for leaders that unite us. Leaders that promote unity. Leaders that understand that I may be Igbo, you may be Yoruba, another person may be Hausa, we are one. This is our country. This is our nation. We have equal right to enjoy all the benefits. Not leaders that want to come and promote so-called quota system that favors a group of people and disenfranchise other people. Certain things like this, we must not entertain. So in looking out for leaders to vote for, these are some of the qualities I will offer for the citizens to follow.
Thank you, Ma. Ma, you've been into nation building for as long as I can recollect. There's a question I want to ask, especially about our youth. Many of them are not about what's going on at all. Some who are in one way or the other involved, they have been bought over. They want, like sometimes you're in a forum or you're in a room, you hear what people are saying, you'll be like, okay. Later you check, there's a place that getting much from supporting because of, they don't care. They just support because of what they can get. So the question is, how can young people active instead of being used as political tools during elections?
Now, let me address the youth, the young people. When you go back to the history of Nigeria, when you go back to the history of Nigeria, we have had very young rulers, young leaders. How old was Yakubu Gowon when he became president of Nigeria? Even Buhari, his first time, how old was he? Today, I want you young people to know, with the current political system of Nigeria, there is no hope for you. Unfortunately, I'm telling you the truth as a mother of 3 adult children. There is no hope for the youths of Nigeria based on this current political arrangement. There's no future for you. Whether you are working with them now in whatever capacity and you are being paid heavy amount of money, whatever it is temporary. It has an expiration date. It has a day for ending. And you already know they give you peanuts, not enough for you to stand. They give you peanuts just to barely survive and keep depending on them. They weaponize poverty and you agreed to keep you impoverished. Tell yourself the truth. Whatever they're giving to you is going nowhere. You are just barely surviving. Do you want to barely survive continuously or come to a place where you will say enough is enough? My message for you, the youth, is the truth. If you continue the way you are doing as supporting evil, in the first place, you will not even be able to marry and have children. Because the things that will make you marry will not be there anymore. Even if you decide to vote, can't you see what is happening to the youth now? For your information, many youths have more erectile dysfunction than old men. You know why? Pressure. So you are not even promised ability to procreate. So you may end up dying alone, no child, no grandchild. Think of it. It boils down to what is happening here. Number two, you may not be able to afford, if all is well with you health-wise, you may not be able to afford to marry, to maintain a wife, to have a healthy family. And with the pressure of what is going on in Nigeria, you may not even have the mental capacity to enjoy marriage and to be a good and responsible man because you are already traumatized. Maybe the young woman you want to marry is traumatized. There is so much problem going on. And I'm here to let the Nigerian youth know there is no future in this current political arrangement for you. Don't support any evil that's promoting with you and paying you for. Do not support them. Don't. So what are you supposed to do? Say no to evil. Say no to corruption. Say no to thuggery. Say no to the mass murder and all the wicked things they're doing. Say no to it. Wherever you are, make up your mind to be responsible and accountable for whatever is committed into your hands. And those who are now using you, tell them the truth that you will no longer be used. Because whatever they're using you to do against Nigeria and against Nigerians, yes, you may think you are getting away with it, but it's a matter of time. Karma is coming. Justice is coming. Because a day will come when everybody will be accountable for what they have done. And we are getting near. As a matter of fact, in this 2027, there will be a major shift. So those of you, because you are close to these corrupt people, you think life is good for you. No, you are selling your birthright. You are selling your conscience. You are selling your existence. And those of you who are already in cahoot with these people in one political position or the other, and you are following the blueprint of the so-called wicked structure that they built for you and all of that, and you are implementing it, your end has come. You are not going to do that in 2027 election because you will meet your match. So in your own interest, youths, out of love as a mother, I'm talking to you. Run away from evil. Flee away from every corruption. Flee. 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 We have come to a place in Nigeria where we can't take the wickedness anymore. Even our ancestors will not take it anymore. So all the forces of creation are coming to help. Yes, some of you will laugh at such things and think, oh, that's the politics, because you think politics is bragado. You think politics is, showing muscle that you can be wicked, you can be tough. 6 feet is there for everybody. No matter how tough you think you are, you're going to close your eyes and not wake up one day. So, no, there's no hope for you with this wicked system. Change from it. Do the right thing. What is the right thing? Competence. Competence. Don't say because I'm from this tribe, I'm from that tribe, or because this government is favoring me. When that government leaves, what happens to you? What happens to you? What becomes of you? Think of it. And as we prepare for this next election, do the right thing. Support your nation, not the people who are in power. Do good for your nation. That's what you will be remembered for. That leader, we know him. We know he's wicked. So if you are associated with him, we know you as a wicked man or a wicked woman. And you young ladies that are selling your body to these wicked politicians, the Pharaoh system that is keeping the nation down, sell your body all you want. You will rot if you don't repent, because it's not taking you anywhere. As a woman, you have more. I don't have time to go into the role of women in politics. A woman is created with serious ability to solve problems. But the system, again, we have thinks a woman is only good to be used and dumped for wicked things, and they don't give the women opportunity Even when the women come up at that level, they still want to turn everything to the feminine quality of the woman and not realize that this woman has something to offer. And I take us back to the Garden of Eden. When man was not doing well, God brought a woman. Nigeria is in that place now where the men of Nigeria are not doing well. It's time for the women to be given opportunity. And we are calling on the young women, rise up. And then the older women who are in politics, promoting these wicked rulers, stop it. What you should be doing now is mentoring the younger women. That is if you have learned anything. And I'm talking to you women who have been in power, whether as the president's wife or the governor's wives or whatever you are. You are brought into this place for such a time as this. And like Mordecai said to Esther, whether you do the right thing or not, help is coming to Nigeria and for Nigeria. And guess what? You will be in trouble. So let everybody rise up. We know the right thing to do. We know what is wrong. I don't need to outline everything there. In my book, The Birth of a New Nigeria, I have some things outlined there, things that trouble me. And I'm upgrading it every day because I see terrible things every day that really make people weep over the nation. So I hope the youth understand that you must not vote for people because of the money they're giving to you. Vote for people because you can see you are smart enough. You can be that governor. You can be that senator. You are smart enough. You can be that president who says it's only ancestors that we should be putting on that Aso Rock. Who says? Who says that it's only dying and decaying old men that we should be packaging and keeping there? Who can barely reason with their brain? Who are already suffering from dementia and all the likes? Who says? You young people, wake up. Yes, they have used money to make it look like you have to spend so much money to get there. No. No. Nigerians are crying out for you. Wake up. It's not going to be business as usual. Whatever money they try to make you spend, and because you think you don't have the money, that is why you are not responding to the call and the cry of the nation. It's different now because everybody's ready for the right leader. Don't be afraid. Wake up. That's my message to the youth. You're mute. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Your volume, sir, is gone. Your volume.
Mm.
Okay, ma, we seem to have lost him, but I think there's one more. There's a question that came in, so I want to ask it while he tries to reconnect.
Okay.
If you had just 1 minute to address every Nigerian voter ahead of 2027 elections, what would be your most important message to them?
Everybody go and vote. Very important. Don't say your vote will not count. Yes, that may be the assumption because they have used that in the past. But make sure you have your PVC. Make sure you go out and vote. When you are going out to vote, because of the past experience that we had, where they were ready to kill, they were shooting, they were terrorizing people and trying to stop people from voting. This time around, systems will be put in place to checkmate such. So don't be afraid. Do not be afraid. Make sure you go and vote. That is number one. Number two, you already know. In the past election, they will stand by your left, stand by your right, and offer you 10,000 naira for if you vote for this party. The other one will tell you this other party 15,000 naira. Then you go and take the highest bidder. Don't do that this time. You did it before. See where it got all of us into. The nation is in a mess. Don't do it again. Vote for your conscience and let your conscience be the right person. That is why we have begun creating awareness for people. You'll be hearing some of those things if you haven't started hearing them. You'll be seeing them online if you haven't started seeing them, whereby we are promoting the way of peace. We are promoting people of peace, people of unity, people of oneness, people of empathy, people that care about us and are willing to help us get out of the mess we are in. We are a great country. Never you forget it. My message tonight is we are a great country. Never you forget it. As a great country, we have all that it takes to get to the top, to be the world power, even compete with the greatest countries in the world. We have what it takes. So let us make it happen by making sure in this 2027 election, we get the right leadership, because that is what is missing right now. Right leadership.
Ma, thank you very much. Um, we can't thank you enough for always coming up when we need you. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure.
If do
It's
you
my
have
delight.
any last words, Mommy? Do you have anything you want to add from all you have said tonight? You said a lot. The book, we are still expecting the book. You say you are still writing it.
Well, I'm doing a second edition, so it's going to be completed before the end of this August. The second edition,
Oh,
the birth of
lovely.
a new Nigeria. Yeah,
Okay.
the second edition
Yes, I
will be
know. I
completed.
know. I have the
You know
first
the
one.
first edition, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the second edition will be completed. So what I added in that second edition, which is what I would like to
Okay.
share, with us now, is based on what we have suffered, based on all that we have seen. One very important thing that I've realized is our diversity, the greatness in our diversity. Every one of us from our different tribes and areas, cultural differences, we are uniquely made. And each of these differences provide for us a uniqueness that is needed in the country to make Nigeria great. Let us use it. Then the second thing is the fact that you go to some parts of the world, you will see almost 20 million Nigerians in that country. 30 million Nigerians, 50 million Nigerians. That is already a nation within a nation. And so many Nigerians in those countries are now politically involved, doing very well. So one of the things I've added there is a collaboration with Nigerians in diaspora, because of the very vital, important role that Nigerians in diaspora have to play in Nigerian politics,
Play.
because of their exposure to these various parts of the world where things have worked, so to say, where they have seen things happen the way it should happen. Like electricity, for instance, in some countries, you never hear of power failure. In some countries, you never hear of kidnapping. In some countries, you never hear that, the police will stop somebody on the road and threaten the person that he will kill the person because he asked for money. No, they don't do it. So the role of Nigerians in diaspora is part of what I have added to the second edition of the book that I wrote in 2013, the birth of a new Nigeria. So it's important for Nigerians in diaspora also to wake up and participate in this election. Yes, we don't have a diaspora voting in place yet, but we can influence the election positively. So all Nigerians in diaspora, get ready to be part of this. We are not leaving Nigeria again alone in the hands of politicians. And we are not even telling the Nigerians in diaspora to leave Nigeria alone for the Nigerians that live in Nigeria. Because some of the Nigerians that live in Nigeria, I don't know if they've been hypnotized or something has been put over them, that some of them are really tolerating what they have no business tolerating. But those Nigerians who have lived outside Nigeria have seen things work, have seen how things come out well, have seen how basic amenities are provided for the people. So they should come up now, participate in Nigerian politics in election this time around, even if they cannot vote, but they can make things happen. So that these are part of the things that I am promoting at this time.
Thank you so much, man. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
very much. All right, I believe we've had an enlightening and impactful session tonight. Our sincere appreciation goes to our guest speaker, Dr. Helen NAOMI GODSWILL Solomon, for sharing profound insights on integrity, leadership, and the role of values in building a nation we can all be proud of. Some of the recaps or some of the highlights it contains. Tonight, we're reminded that integrity is not merely what we say, but what we consistently do. National transformation begins with every Nigerian citizen getting involved. At least she said that so many times. Leadership without character is a danger to society. Every Nigerian has a responsibility to promote truth, justice, accountability, and ethical living. As we move closer to the 2027 general election, we must understand that the future of Nigeria depends not only on those who seek office, but also on the integrity of those who vote, influence others. Today, she hammered on vote buying. Those people who get themselves involved in it, you think you are not part of those spoiling the nation. You are part of those. It's not just the politicians. If you get to collect money from politicians and vote wrongly, you are also part of those spoiling this nation. All right? So let us leave this meeting with a renewed commitment to become ambassadors of change, first in our homes, in our workplaces, in our communities, and even in our nation. As I close with this remark, on behalf of Trumpet House Ministries and Oasis Strategic Integrated Solutions Limited, I sincerely thank our speaker for... Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We can hear.
Okay. So we want to thank you so much, ma, for finding time. I know how busy you are. You're a businesswoman, you're a spiritual leader and all that. So I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank everyone who have joined from all locations, our technical team headed by Reverend Ovie, and everyone who has supported this summit. Please join us tomorrow for the grand finale of Integrity Summit 2026 as we continue this important conversation on Nigeria's future. Invite your family, friends, colleagues, and everyone who desires to see a better Nigeria. May God raise a generation of men and women whose character will preserve our nation. I want to say a special thank you for everyone who joined us tonight and those who will still watch, this broadcast on our YouTube page. God bless you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, man. I'll call you.
Here we stand as a people with one song, with one voice. We're a nation undivided and poised. We will take a stand and build our land in faith to for us all. A land where there's hope for us all.